In Zaretta Hammond's Culturally Responsive Teaching and the Brain, Zaretta uses research to talk about creating learning partnerships with students. And in her book, she says that we need to create a rapport with students. And after creating a rapport with students, use that rapport to create an alliance around a learning goal. And with that alliance around a learning goal, comes cognitive insight. So the quote here from her book says, building a rapport focuses on establishing an emotional connection and building trust. So constantly thinking as teachers how we can connect emotionally with our students and build trust with them is the first step in any kind of learning. One of the things that Brene Brown says so well is that we can often build a connection by being vulnerable with those that we're trying to get close to, and so that's something to consider. And that doesn't mean that you have to bare your soul, but you know saying something like, I know how it feels to struggle in school. I struggled in, is enough of a vulnerability to make an initial connection and to try to talk to students on their level and then build that rapport. When we have that rapport, we can then move to what Zaretta calls an alliance in a learning partnership. And that alliance is the student and teacher coming together to take on a specific learning challenge. And that could be anything. It could be behaving in class. It could be, starting to understand a content idea in the most basic ways. But when we build an alliance, we say to the kids, yes, this thing is hard, but together we can find ways to get you to understand it. And when we build an alliance, an important part of that, according to Zaretta's book, is to lay out for the students steps in how that learning will happen. First, we'll do this, then we'll do this, then we'll do this, and that will get you to the goal. So building a rapport and alliance then leads to cognitive insight. And what Zaretta says is cognitive insight, it's about making the invisible visible so that the teacher is able to get a better understanding of the student's thinking routine. So this is where, when you're starting to work on that learning goal, where the student starts to become vulnerable and say, this is what I was thinking, or this is how I got to the answer that I got, and being able to kind of open that up to the teacher in a way that would not happen if rapport and alliance wasn't established at first. So this learning partnership, rapport plus alliance equals cognitive insight, is a really simple equation that we can, as teachers, start to think about so that we can connect with our students to lessen behavioral disruptions as well as to get kids to learn.